Ooh. What's up? Ooh. What's up? Okay. iPad's not great for vlogging. What's up, web? It's Jess, and it's only 7:58 at night, and I'm vlogging. Usually I do my update nanos like every restart. What am I doing? Usually, most of my little Rimo files have been like at least 10 o'clock, 10:30, usually 11. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get it in a bit earlier today, like 8 o'clock. I've already written 356 words today, so far, there's still time. Basically wrote that on the train home, mostly. I wrote a couple words on the train up to school, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just went blank. I had a bit of more of a creative flow on the train home. Gonna write some more at school, but didn't. During like my break and stuff, and I got there a bit early before class, but I just didn't, because I don't know, just didn't. I was still sort of stuck, I think. But yeah. Overall though, this year compared to last year, I feel like I'm not having as many like writer block problems as I did last year. I think the what am I saying? I think what's changed from this year from last year is that I'm not writing it from start to finish. This year, I think I've mentioned this before, I don't know. I probably should read videos so I don't repeat myself. But anyway, I sort of write little scenes when I think of them. Because what I've done, I have mentioned this, I know I mentioned it, but I'm going to repeat it. In case it's for the purpose of this explanation. I've come up with because it's sort of like a guidebook, because it's, have I mentioned the title of my book? Novel? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called Never Befriend a Superhero, a guide. So it's sort of like a guidebook. So like it is an introduction, and it's chapter 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. So each chapter is sort of a reason to not befriend the superhero, and then she gives the main character, her name is Chelsea. Chelsea gives like explanation and tells the story related to like that. This reason, like the first one, well, the first chapter is pretty much how she became friends with Gardener, who is the superhero. Then the second chapter is like, pretty much every chapter after that is like a reason not to become, why you shouldn't do this. The second chapter 2 is like, I can't remember the exact title, I could probably pull it up, I'm not going to. It's basically explaining that, the bad guys work out that you're the superhero's best friend and just like kidnapping you and in complicated traps and whatnot. And the second chapter is like, the people work out you're your best friend, so you're like, your life becomes more public. So that's about chapter 3. She talks about, being on the news and people rumor gossips and people whispering on the street and stuff. And the fourth chapter, I believe, is, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up because I've forgotten what my chapters are. Fourth chapter is like, where is it? Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Chapter 1. Pretty much so far I've already really finished chapter 1. Everything else is sort of like half finished. Well, I've finished the introduction as well. Introduction's like, yeah, so the introduction's done. Chapter 1 is pretty much, there's a couple things I could add as a very thing. I don't think I've really described what the characters look like. At least Garden Gnome looks like, so I might go back and I've sort of started it. So I'm gonna go for you. But it's pretty much, chapter 1's pretty much done. This is gonna be a long video. I'm not going into more details because I have more time and not tired. Yeah, so chapter 2 is called The Bad Guys Catch On. So she's talking about how the bad guys will get she's best friend, and she's recounts all this time she's been like kidnapped and stuff. She's a citizen of the town catch on quicker, so she talks about being recognized and that kind of stuff. I remember chapter 4. Yeah, chapter 4 is about how ever since she's become Guy Name's friend or best friend, bad things seem to happen more often to her. Like, she'll be in a bank and all of a sudden they're being robbed, or she'll be in a, what else? Oh, trapped in a building, or a gas leak, or whatever. It's like, this used to happen before. But now it's like, I haven't started chapter 5 yet. But chapter 5 is talking about how, like, they can't really plan things because, like, she'll just run off and have to go save the world. Or just the town. She's like the local superhero. God, no, not Chelsea. Chelsea's her friend. and then chapter 6 is, I haven't started either, but that's also, like, talking about how, like, a couple of these chapters is, like, the next chapter after it is, like, the opposite of it, or, like, something similar, like, how chapter 2 was about the bad guys working out that she's her best friend, and then chapter 3 was about how the normal citizens work out she's best friend, so chapter 5 is about how they can't plan any hangouts and make any plans, and chapter 6 is about, like, how they just sort of randomly decide to do things when they have some time before she has to go off and save the world. I'm not gonna go through all my chapters. I've sort of planned to have 20. Chapter 16 to 7 to 20 don't have names. Because I'm like, oh, can I... Oh, wait, no, I think chapter 20 has a name. I'm gonna do that. And there's a conclusion. Because like, it's like a fake guidebook, basically. This is gonna be a longer video so far. So yeah, I thought I'd talk about my own book. I haven't really talked about what it's about. So as I was saying, last year I sort of tried to write from start to finish. And because I don't make any plans before Nano, I sort of just come up writing, like, go with it. So I'm sort of making it up as I go along. So I think the whole, well, last year's was a diary, so I thought that would be a bit, I don't know. Last year just, I don't know. I might, maybe not next year, but maybe in the future Nano, I might try to rewrite that one. Because it was a good idea, I think. Just didn't really know how to, I think it was because my first time I didn't know what doing. But yeah, I think my problem was that, well, I didn't really have a storyline. I wasn't sure how this was going to end. Like last year's novel was going to end. Whereas this one, I sort of do. And I think the whole fake, like, a guidebook thing, like, here's a reason, and here's, like, an explanation behind this reason of this. I think the way I've made it, like, the story idea itself makes it a bit easier to write. And plus, I'm not writing it from start to finish. I'm just like, alright, I've got a couple of chapter headings to sort of talk what this chapter's going to be about and just write about it. And so I think the way I've gone about it this year has made it easy to write. I'm still I'm still behind at this point. I still haven't written less words than I have last year. I'm not sure at this point. I pretty much stopped at, like, the 15th of November last year. I think I've wrote anything after that, or maybe slightly after that, but, like, around that time. So my plan is to at least write every day. And, like, finish through the whole month. Hopefully, look, I don't think I'm gonna get 50,000. I might, miracle. I'm going to write a lot tomorrow. So yeah. But I do think I'll beat my word count from last year. That I'm pretty confident I'm going to do. Just generally due to the fact that I'm pretty close already. I made like 1,000 words off my word count last year. That and the fact that I'm going to write every day. Like, even if it's just like 5 words, I'm just going to make sure I write something every day. So yeah. This is like 8 minutes long. I'm going to stop. Unless you like let me over like the longer random rambles. Anyway, until tomorrow, goodbye.